Welcome to Oslo. We spent a few days in Oslo before our RV road trip, and we couldn't wait to start exploring the city. And my first must stop was Syverkiosken hot dog stand. The stand has been around since the 70s and is multi-generation, and it's probably the best hot dogs you'll find in Oslo.
That's for me? Spicy?
Yes, spicy.
Thank you very much.
Use the girlfriend.
I don't want, I just want plain.
The best hot dog in a tortilla I've ever had.
Next stop for us was the Munch Museum that is dedicated to the life and works of the Norwegian artist Edvard Munch. And the main attraction is, of course, the screen. After visiting the Munch Museum, you can hike the trails up the hill on the east side of Oslo to the lookout point that he was inspired to paint the picture when he saw the sky red and angry and he felt the scream inside. It's just a short walk within A.K. Barbarken Park. Just walk up, turn left when you see the Holdra statue, and then up you'll see the viewpoint where Edvard Munch was inspired to paint the screen overlooking Oslo. Then we had a little bit of time left in the day to go to the west side of Oslo to the Akershus Fort. This fort was used in World War II against the Nazi resistance. Next day we headed just outside of Oslo to go pick up our RV to begin our road trip across Norway. And the first stop on our list was to hike Trolltunga. The hike to Trolltunga takes roughly 8 to 10 hours, and you can see the full episode of our hike in the link below in the description. But the reward of the hike is to stand on one of the most iconic lookout points in all of Norway. Then the next day of our travels, we were off to Flåm. A must-do in Flåm is to buy tickets for the Flåm Railway, which also has the option to do zipline and bike ride back into town, which we did. You can also find the link for this excursion down in the description below. The Flåm Railway is one of the most scenic railways in Europe. Once you reach your stop for the zip line, it's just a short walk to the facility where you'll get suited up and get ready for the 4,530 feet long zip line with an elevation drop of 1,000 feet. Once you make it down, it's time to pick out your bike and get ready for a scenic bike ride back into Flåm. Now we're biking back to Flåm. Got Cat there. The bike ride back to Flåm was on a very scenic country road, which was nice because you could just take your time and stop at little places along the road, such as this old church. And now we're back. You made it. Time to eat. Well, welcome back to Flåm. Once back in Flåm, it was time to rest and get rejuvenated to continue on with the road trip. From Flåm, we headed north to the must-stop town of Geiranger. It was quite a drive, but we had a chance to drive through some amazing mountain passes. Once in Geiranger, we checked in the Geiranger Camp Inn, which is a first-come, first-served campground, but it sits right at the water's edge of the UNICEF World Heritage Site of the Geiranger Fjord. Once we got settled in, it was time just to relax, play some games, make some lunch, and we stopped at the store to pick up the world-famous Norwegian brown cheese that everyone says you have to try when you're in Norway. Can't leave without it. But it didn't go as planned.
Disgusting. Horrid. Dude, I'm actually gonna throw up. I can't wait to come on the video. This guy lied about the cheese.
With the cheese behind us, it was time to explore the town of Geiranger and get some real treats. Since Geiranger is surrounded by the fjords, there's a constant sound of waterfalls throughout the town, no matter where you go. With all the specialty shops selling unique treats, it was hard to pick one, but this place had delicious waffle on a stick. One of the top things I wanted to do in Geiranger was book a 45-minute sightseeing tour that took us on the calm waters of the fjords, passing the Seven Sisters waterfall, which wasn't flowing like it normally does, so I was a little disappointed. But the main reason I wanted to book this sightseeing tour is that it had an option to be let off at the trailhead to take a 45-minute hike up to the abandoned farm Skogaflå. The hike up is very steep, and we were still feeling the pains in our legs from hiking Trolltunga a few days earlier. After the grueling hike, you're rewarded with a scene straight out of a storybook. The abandoned farm Skogaflå overlooking the fjord.
Then once you get up here, I guess it's a good spot to take a break, have a little snack, overlook the fjord. And that's the hike. 45 minutes up, hang out for about a half hour down if you want to catch the boat, or you can hike back into town. I think that takes about an hour.
Full video of our hike to the Skogaflå farm is in the description. After the hike, it was time to pack up the RV and continue on with our road trip. After Geiranger, we no longer had an itinerary to stick to, so we just decided to drive and see where it gets us. Since it wasn't too far away, we decided to head east towards the coast to drive across the Atlantic Highway. We had a few ferry crossings along the way, but it was a nice way to go and break up the driving.
Little side of the road stop off. Father and son. Girls just want to sleep in the RV. Well, let's see what they're gonna miss.
One thing I was not prepared for was the white-knuckle driving along hairpin switchbacks that were sometimes just a single lane, and if a truck or a bus came in front of you, you just panicked. I almost made it unscathed. I only took out the passenger side view mirror.
Just about to go over the Atlantic Highway. Stop on the side of the road to let the weather clear up. Foggy. Let's go over the Atlantic Highway. Oh, there's this.
Meh, wasn't what we thought it was going to be. We ended our day in the small town of Geiranger.
Gotta call her in her native language. Hi. Let's try hard to the door.
It seems the kids were getting a little loopy in the car, so we found a nice little campsite that was in a desolate area with very little people. The next day, the girls weren't feeling well, so they stayed behind in the RV while me and Brian went to go hike and explore some waterfalls.
Right. Today we're going to hike to Amatan, if I'm saying that correctly. So we just parked the RV. It's about I don't know if it's an hour in and an hour out or hour round trip. We'll let you know.
With no real plan, me and Brian just set out, and the hour in, hour out did not turn out to be true, as we got lost and did a lot of backtracking.
Not sure if that is it. There was another one up to the left that was rather big. Maybe we can see both. Keep you informed. Okay, we've come to a fork in the road. Sketchy on the bridge here with that one spot that just broke away from somebody.
We came across a spooky little share camp where people leave supplies, and it's a little shelter where you can rest.
Doesn't look like many people come back here to visit, but the trail is really small and not very visible. We are hoping we are going the right way. There's no trail markers anymore. We've maybe hit a dead end. This is the hill we had to climb. And then we come all the way down there. Okay, we turned around. The other way was just way too sketch, no trail. Well, we've taken the trail wrong again. My navigation skills are 0. Well, it's not a total waste. We did get to one waterfall there. This little spot where 2 rivers merge together. But at least we found the place to have our peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so it's a win. Right, B? did it.
We were afraid if we kept traveling north, we wouldn't make it back in Oslo in time to get the RV back, so we decided to head east and ended up in a town called Rohos.
Welcome back to Trolltunga Travels. Now, we stopped at a little cute town called Geiranger.
Where?
As you can see, totally abandoned. Zombie apocalypse. Scavenging for supplies.
The town did seem very abandoned. There was very little businesses open and few people around, but it is a UNICEF World Heritage Site known for its 17th and 18th century buildings. After a quick bite to eat, we walked around town a little bit, and then it was time to head back on the road and find a campsite. From Roro, we drove south to the town of Loten, where we found a cute little campsite right on a little lake, where we played some games, relaxed, made dinner, and just rested for the night. You know the recipe for boiling water?
No, it's secret memories.
Today is the last morning on the RV. There we are, parked there. Heading back to Oslo, so the RV trip has come to an end. And of course today is one of the most beautiful days we had. All in all, good trip.
We made our way back to Oslo, where we still had some exploring to do within the city. We walked through Frogner Park, which features 200 sculptures by artist Gustav Vinglund. Each sculpture represents a cycle of life. And the most famous sculpture in the park is the Angry Boy, where people come and rub the baby because they believe it will bring good luck. We were fortunate enough that the Homeless World Cup happened to be going on while we were there. Teams made up of former addicts from all around the world compete to bring awareness to addiction.
Now we're at the palace. It's kind of plain.
Then it was time to get travel tattoos with award-winning Black Norse tattooer Katja at Bleak Studios. Make sure you do check out the indoor food courts that are scattered about town. This one, the Oslo food court, reminded me of the hawker centers in Singapore, with food stalls with all sorts of different types of food, with a nightclub feel. And there also is an abundance of nightlife.
Norway on the airport, ready to go home. So summary of Norway: beautiful country, expensive. Beers are going to cost you 15 to 20 bucks a beer. Food $30 on up, but that's the price you pay. So we're on our way home. See where we go next. Until then.